My name is Okenye. I am the Group Chief Information Security Officer for United Bank for Africa, UBA. My responsibility covers the 20 African countries, United States of America, London, and Paris. I'm a cybersecurity professional and a digital banking security strategist. My role is quite challenging, and playing a role of securing the bank customers and securing the bank is quite a challenging role, because the threat we face today is both external and internal threat. It's a challenging task, and I must say that through the support of the board, executive management, and also working with the fantastic team members, we have been able to achieve a lot for United Bank for Africa. Under my leadership, we established in UBA the first ever 24/7 Security Operations Center. We built this Security Operations Center, which we known as SOC, to help heighten the security of the bank, protect our customers, and also enhance our cyber defense, and then to prepare the bank for a solid digital play. The SOC was commissioned in 2013 by the central bank, and when the central bank commissioned the SOC, they made a commitment that what UBA has done will be made industry standard. And I must say that CBN did keep to their word. In 2017-18, CBN made it mandatory for banks to also own a SOC. UBA was also the first bank to implement a fraud prevention and detection solution, and that implementation saved us a huge amount of money that would have been lost to cyber criminals. Through the fraud detection solution, we were able to protect consumers' funds. I still recall that one of the exciting experience we had, I guess that was about 2012 or 2013 thereabout, or 14, when Target was attacked in US, Target store, that cyber criminals harvested the information about customers who go there to transact, customers of various banks. They harvested the card details of such customers. Because of what since we were really ahead of other banks and the solution we implemented, we were able to immediately profile all our customers to find out how many of our customers had ever gone to Target to transact, and we succeeded in also putting their various cards on watch list. Lo and behold, before you know it, while other banks were losing money, some of our customers, their transactions also was coming from the US and from various countries. But because they were on watch list, when we called those customers to tell them, look, are you the one transacting? They said, no, I'm in Nigeria, I'm not in the US, I'm not in these other countries. That was how we were able to save our customers. We blocked all those cards that were compromised in the US and saved the bank from losing such a huge amount of money. That was part of the value we brought. Through this SOC also, we were able to save the bank more than 2.7 billion that would have been lost to customers, would have been lost to fraud, because our fraud detection solutions were able to detect and block those. We have also blocked more than 460,000 different cyber attacks, which did not succeed. That was quite an enormous achievement through the sheer hard work of our team, the support of the board, and through the grace of God for the insight God gave us to think ahead to secure our bank. We also pioneered a whole lot of certifications in the banking sector, the PCI, the ISO 27000, and other certifications which we have executed. Our cybersecurity and information security program is highly built on international standard. Being the group CISO for UBA, I also was the workstream lead. I headed the cybersecurity and fraud prevention work stream of the Bankers Committee on payment system and infrastructure. So I participated working with the Bankers Committee, attended meetings with the various CEO of banks that were under the payment system committee to channel and also to chart a course to secure the payment system. I also made a whole lot of input in terms of the various policies that they initiated, which helps to heighten the level of security in the financial sector. And I was the chairman of that committee, the head of that committee from 2014, the work stream lead to 2020 also. Working with that committee also gave visibility to the role of CISO in the industry. And not only that, that metamorphosed into also have been able to establish what we call today the CISO committee as the head of the Industry, Cybersecurity and Fraud Prevention Committee under the Bankers Committee. One of our key achievements was the issue of capacity building. I put my energy working with my team members of my committee to champion training for CISOs and security professionals across the various countries. We had several trainings in the United States of America and also trainings in Nigeria. And also those trainings and conferences enabled us to also chart a course and a direction for the industry as it relates to security. I must confess to you, I have a sense of fulfillment having worked for my bank, United Bank of Africa, for the past 15 years, and we've achieved a great deal, and also having made a huge impact also within the financial sector in Nigeria. And also have been involved in championing some due diligence and assessment across other countries in Africa, like Uganda and some other countries also. It's been quite an exciting time. Cybersecurity role, being a CISO, is a challenging role. It's a role that demands that you go the extra mile, you work hard. Not only that, you need to be visionary to succeed. You need to think ahead, think what next, what can happen. The cyber criminals, they are never asleep. So you need to also ensure that they are not ahead of the game. You should be ahead of the game. The CISO role, Chief Information Security role, is quite a challenging role. I must confess I wasn't having a good sleep week in, week out. And considering the size of UBA, it's a massive bank that's leading in the digital banking space. But I thank God that with God's insight and wisdom and through our sheer hard work, we were able to set a solid framework for the bank in managing cybersecurity risk and digital banking related risk. UBA today also have actually pioneered cybersecurity standard in the industry. I have mentored a lot of guys who have worked with me at today's CISOs in different banks. UBA was like also an organization that was producing for the industry. A lot of my team members, as they are trained in UBA, they acquire the skill, other banks come to poach them. I have lost a whole lot of my team members to other banks. But I'm also glad because it means that anywhere I go today, I have my team members there. I can knock at their door at any time. It's quite exciting. So it's also a contribution in the industry. Sam Okenye, as a manager, I come to work every day with all my heart and with love in my heart. I have key principles when I come to work. And in everything I do in life, also for various organizations I work for, there are things I imbibe. One, I must love the organization I work for. Two, I must love the management. Three, I must love also my team. You know what, when you love the organization you work for and the management, you know what, you go the extra mile. Not only that, even when the management and the organization, they make certain mistake, the mistake will not hurt you. You will easily forgive that organization, because if you begin to have things against your organization you work for, it can also impact on your performance. If you have things against your management, you might end up grumbling and also not being able to give your best. And as a result of that, if you're not giving your best, you might end up also being fired. So love the organization you work for, love the management, and also love the people that work with you. I don't joke with my team, and I don't joke without being able to meet set target. We go the extra mile to meet target. But however, I love them. When my team members look at my eyes, they see love in my eyes. You know what? Because we're a family. We spend almost all our day here, from very early in the morning, late at night. So I needed to also create an environment where everyone will feel so we have the sense of belonging. Part of the way I manage, I have an open door policy. Any of my staff, no matter your level, can come in and tell me anything. You can come in and sit with me and chat with me. You know what? My belief in managing people is that when it comes to being a manager and being a leader, leadership is not about title. Leadership is about the value we bring to the table. What makes you a leader is your ability to work with the team, channel them to achieve a set goal, achieve great results for the institution. So if I'm going to get the best with my team, I need to create an environment where love, respect will flourish, and not only that, freedom for the members to interact. And most of the times, I don't just care about the job, I also care about the personal well-being of my team members. I care about the personal well-being. So if they have a challenge, I just come invite them to my office, we chat, and as we discuss, most times God will give me insight and I'll be able to provide solution. So look, if you handle this situation this way, it's going to be solved. And in most cases, I also pray with my team. I also pray with such a person. And at the end of the day, I see that person gets over that challenge and he or she is happy. And that also gives me joy. Managing people means you need to love your people you work with. When you love the people you work with and you manage them very well, you can make demand of them. They'll be able to go the extra mile to achieve the result you want them to achieve. I don't joke with my job. I mean, everyone knows me in the bank. When it comes to the job, guys, I go the extra mile. I must deliver whatever it will take to achieve the result. I go the extra mile. You know, I learned one thing in life that's helped me very early, and that is in the Bible. Jesus Christ says in the Word of God, He said, look, if they send you, I go too. So I learned the principle of going the extra mile. That principle of going the extra mile for me, I learned it so early. I go the whole hog to ensure that all set goals and goals we set for ourselves will accomplish it. I am also a proactive manager. I think ahead. I don't wait for things to go wrong before I start. I'm not a reactive person. I think ahead and see ahead, but through God's help. And then we set a plan on how to ensure that our bank remains protected. So hard work for me is natural. I believe in hard work. Hard work don't kill. Hard work will help you to succeed, and not only that, you then have a sense of fulfillment when you see the result. You see goals you have set being accomplished. So I want to encourage everyone that wants to succeed. Work hard. And I want to say, as a leader, I don't play politics. You know, most people think that when you are at the top, you need to also play politics for you to succeed. I don't believe in politics. If I want to play politics, I better go and register in a political party. I'm not employed in UBA to play politics. I'm employed in UBA as a professional to help secure the bank and deliver great results. So my leadership style, I believe leaders are to bring results to the table. What makes you a leader? It's not your title, it's not your grade, it's the ability to deliver results and to galvanize work with your team to achieve set goal and take the organization to a great height. So one other part of the key principle I also believe in. So I'm an individual also who forgive easily. My team members know it. When it comes to the job, I will drive you to achieve result. And when you achieve that result, I pat you at the back also. I request the HR or the human capital unit to give such a commendation letter to such our team who have actually achieved that result. And as a leader, I don't shy away from responsibility. When things go wrong, I take the responsibility. I don't pass the buck. So what I do for my team is that as much as possible, I try to mentor them, to guide them. When I give them an assignment, I also provide guidance on how they are and support them in that process in a way that they can deliver a quality result. So I don't give assignment to my team and abandon them. They know it. I'm also here to guide them. I enjoy mentoring, I enjoy training. I train my team. From my word of experience, I transfer to my team because leadership is not just about you, it's about also your being able to build others along the line. I run a unit whereby even if I'm not here, it should function. I don't want to be seen as a champion, no. I build my team that even when Sam is not here, the job should still go on. That is how also I manage my team. And I want to say the fact that I say the truth. When I believe in something, I'll go the whole hog. Even if we have 10 people in the meeting, if 9 says no, and I know that I'm the only one, and what I've said is the right thing, I will stand by it. I'm never afraid to be able to stand alone on any issue where I know and I'm convinced that I'm right. I don't seek for popularity because it's not about popularity, it's about helping the institution, bringing value to the institution. So when I know that if the nine they are wrong and I'm right, I will stand by it and I will go the whole world to convince the 9 people to see what I see. Making investments at cybersecurity has not been easy, but I was able to take it back in that journey. I realized the more battles I had to fight to compel to make our bank make the right investment, which paid off. When we were making that investment, it was not easy for the management, but you know what? Today it paid off. The return on investment has been quite phenomenal. So I want to say a big thank you to the board and management for their support, and also for my team members that truly believed in me and working with me for us to achieve this set goal. UBA remains a good bank. I want to say that as I move on, as far as my career is concerned, to pursue that passion, one of the key things I want to do is also to champion a whole lot of initiatives in the industry that will help stem the level of fraud. I'm passionate about it. As a group CISO of UBA, I feel so bad when customers or banks lose money. So I'm going to put my energy towards ensuring that every customer, all the customers of banks, they understand what it takes to bank in a digital era in a way that they will not be defrauded. I already have a solution for it, which I'm going to launch very soon. I also want to champion, I've done that before, through a program I launched. I created a group called the Online Wisdom Group to also promote online safety and educate our youths in schools. We're going to schools, providing them cybersecurity training. We created what is called the Online Wisdom Club. Now that I'm leaving banking, I'm also going to channel that energy because a lot of youth today have been lost online. I'm going to channel my energy to ensure that we take that very training of youth to the next level. The digital banking space and the online payment space is all evolving, and there are payment companies coming up, and there are also some banks like the microfinance banks, some of the banks that can afford CISO. I will help them also build the cybersecurity program, the main security program. I will serve as a virtual CISO for many organizations. For what I've done in UBA, I'm going to help other organizations to mature the information security program and ensure they remain secure. I'm going to champion cybersecurity training across Africa and also do a lot across other nations of the world. Now that I'm moving on, it will also afford me an opportunity for my music. Sam Okenye. The music, it's my passion. I'm going to do a lot in the musical world. I'm going to inspire youths. I'm going to inspire adults. I'm going to release songs that will inspire men and women and also challenge them to rise above their seeming challenges. So I'm going to do a lot in the musical space. I'm also going to be producing movies. I'm also going to be involved in movie production and also acting. There's a whole lot I'm going to do in that space. And then I'm going to write my books. I have several books lined up to write. I believe that I'm going to achieve them by God's grace. God helping me. And then the other things, I then have more time for my family also, for my wife and my children. It's been a very challenging road, but I thank God for the way God has helped me. As a leader, I believe leaders should lead by example. Leaders should be exemplary. Very important. And as a leader, when you want to, if you tell your team to work hard, you also should simplify hard work. Very important. I believe that we can achieve much more in Nigeria and across Africa if we commit ourselves to working hard, creating a clear vision, and pursuing it to the logical conclusion. Wow, it's been a great experience in UBA because UBA is more than a bank. It's a bank where men are transformed. It's a bank where great leaders, great minds are made. UBA will stretch you, UBA will challenge you. But you know what? UBA will bring out the best in you. If you're able to go through UBA, you can succeed anywhere. What a great bank. Yes, UBA also was just like, it was the same spirit we had in STB, Standard Trust Bank. Our chairman, Tony Elumelu, a great man of Africa. I want to thank him once again for the opportunity he gave me in 1998 while in Standard Trust Bank. Tony Elumelu is a great inspiration. He's a mentor. I look at him, I learn from him. It's a man who is a workaholic. He has the energy, he has the passion, he has a drive. You can't work with Tony and remain the same again. So what UBA offers you is not just the money, but there are other benefits you get, which is more than money. That is the experience, that is the knowledge you acquire, and that is also the transformation that comes to you by working with such great people. Our group GMD CEO, Kennedy Uzoka, a great man. He is a 21st century CEO, a digital CEO, great guy. He has done a lot in transforming UBA and ensuring that UBA remain at the top when it comes to the digital banking play. I want to thank him for his support. He is also a CEO that understands security, that is also passionate about securing the bank. I want to thank him. I want to thank the board for their commitment. When it comes to cybersecurity, it's from top down. The board is quite supportive. So I want to say a big thank you to everyone. And to my dear team, the great guys that work with me in Group Information Security and Control, I want to say a big thank you for your commitment, for going extra mile, for sharing the vision, and also for going the whole hog with me. I want to say a big thank you. Thank you guys. I remain Sam Okenye as I proceed and move on in life and my career. I believe to further my other goal in life, personal goal. I know it's going to be an exciting time. The same energy I put in UBA, I will also put into my personal business and also stretch it further as I pursue my personal goal. Thank you so much, and I want to say a big thank you to each and everyone that have contributed to my career, and my direct supervisors, executive directors also. I want to thank them. Thank you to Uche, thank you Uche Ike, thank you to Jusweke, thank you also to Sanusi Mahmoudashu for all their support. May God bless you all.
Oliver Alaoba, Deputy Managing Director, UBA, Chief Executive Officer, UBA, Rest of Africa. It's been a great time with Sam, both in STV and in UBA. Sam is a great man, very serious with his work and very, very dedicated to his duties. And he has protected UBA from all the attacks coming from the external people. And today we can owe him a lot based on all the things he has done in UBA, based on his works, and making sure UBA do not in any way fall prey to these fraudulent cyber security attackers. So we are grateful, Sam. We're grateful to you. We're grateful to you for your works, and wish you well. We'd love to have you more, of course. But then we know you have a passion. You want to follow your passion. I want to do it at this time. You have much energy still in you. So we wish you well. We wish you success. I believe that given your experience in UBA, you will do well in the life after UBA. So we look forward to hearing from you and seeing your success in other endeavors you're going to engage in. We wish you well. We ask God to bless all your efforts. You should be success and we should celebrate. We don't see you as somebody who is leaving UBA. We see you as somebody who is extending UBA to other areas. Because UBA is one family, you cannot leave a family. So Sam, we are grateful to all the works you put in UBA. May God reward you and we still part of.
My name is Okenye. I'm the Executive Director and Group Chief Operating Officer for United Bank for Africa PLC. Sam Okenye, the master, as we used to call him, is a great friend. He's an industry specialist in IT security, and is still our CISO in UBA. He's a great guy, a man of the people, a man who knows his onions, a man who related very well with people in the course of his career, a man who has integrity, a man of many parts, a great musician, a great orator, extremely passionate in our meetings, especially in IT risk meetings. Sam is very passionate and can look everybody in the eye and say the way he feels inside. He's not afraid of anyone. But behind all of those was a man that has a good heart, that knows God, that fears God, that relates with fellow human beings in a very human manner. He's a great leader as well. And we thank Sam for his service to our customers and to he served diligently, very diligently. We will miss him, but it's not too far away. We would always be calling him if we need any help. Sam redefined IT security. He was amongst the first who set up the SOC for UBA, and that the industry were coming here to copy. And he was very knowledgeable, and in the industry as well. He was one of the key policy makers that were shaping policy in that space. So we will miss Sam. But we wish him well as he goes into other fields of endeavors. We know he will succeed excellently. It's like we're releasing Sam to go and be a great ambassador to UBA. We know he would do us proud. Maybe next time we hear from Sam, he probably would have won a Grammy, like Wizkid and Burna Boy, or even do greater things than those two ambassadors of Nigeria. Sam, I pray for you that God will continue to honor you and bless you. The same way you served UBA and our customers diligently, men and women will serve you and your company as diligently, even more. Your coast will be enlarged. Every time we hear from you, it will be good news. You will be in good health. Your leaving UBA you will not look back and say, what happened? What did I do? It will be something like a stepping stone to greater things. God bless you.
My name is Chugo Ndibisi, Executive Director in charge of Treasury and International Banking. Sam Okenye is a great man, a very good guy. I met Sam first when I joined the bank as the Group Executive in charge of transformation and resources. And then part of my mandate was to review all the contracts, vendor contracts. And I remembered that I had to engage Sam on some of the contracts relating to the information system security and so on. Sam is a very detailed and thorough person. And he was also able to explain a lot of details to me as far as cybersecurity and some of the items we needed to procure at that time. So it's sad that he's leaving us now, because I think that his wealth of experience, which he has gathered over the years, would have been very beneficial to UBA Group. Notwithstanding, he's not far. He's going to consultancy. That's okay. Please be willing to accept us anytime we call upon you to consult for us. I also know that he's a great musician. I've seen him sing, which is quite commendable. In fact, I thought he was a pastor, or he's a pastor. But whatever their next endeavors are, I wish you all the best. Once in a while, let's have a chat. Call us, and we'll also call you every now and then to make sure that relationship is still and will continue to remain strong. Thank you, and all the best.
Onyebuchi Akosa. I am the Group Chief Information Officer for UBA Group, and Sam Okenye, we've worked together for a while in the bank for a couple of years, closer to 1 decade, and Sam is an epitome of passion in the work that he does, and quite interesting. We've been able to do a couple of projects together. And now that he has come to the end of his tenure as a very successful CISO in the bank, we wish him good journey. Every destination is a doorway to another, and no doubt that UBA has formed the fabric and will continue to form the perspective and fabric of his continued journey and success in every single aspect of endeavor that he puts his hand in. There's a footprint and a DNA of the experiences that he has built in UBA that would forge his future from there on. And it's important that we put it on the table. He has done excellently well, and he will continue to do well as he moves on. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Sampath Satya. I head the e-banking operations. I'm with UBA for the last 12 years. I know Sam from the time I joined, though in the initial stages there was not much interaction, but then in the later part of the year subsequently I've been having a lot of interaction with him, since he is the person who was managing our entire IT network infrastructure, the IT risk, etc. Very nice guy, but he will respond selectively. He will respond only to big boys, and for me the interaction is whenever he travels it's only come to me, so his card is taken care of. A nice guy. I can never forget the trip which we made to Russia with him. It was really fun. I mean, a fun-loving person who is always jovial, and he has always been pulled by Inca. We had a very good time. A thorough professional. I'll be really missing you. In fact, it came as a shock when you said that he is leaving. I mean, it will be a loss for UBA. But I know he loves doing various other things, I gather. Though I have attended his launching his dance career, and he is into various things, fitness, production, etc. I wish him all the very best in his future endeavors. I hope he will be in touch with me. My number remains the same, whichever part of the world you are, because WhatsApp, it's the same, therefore you can be in touch. I wish you once again all the very best. Please do stay in touch. Take care, Sam.
My name is Alex Alozie. I'm the Group Head Operations UBA. And today is a special day for me. You know, when you see a colleague who has spent so much, over a decade, in an organization as big as UBA Group, and is working out after a good work, we need to praise the person. Sam has been a great guy. I've been in UBA for a year and 6 months,
And if you ask me, one of the greatest people I have ever met in my life, I would say Sam. So cool, even under pressure, it doesn't show. And it's one of the things I have learned about him is that no matter how the pressure is, you can never melt. So it has been a wonderful year, 6 months with Sam, and I'm very, very sure that as he moves ahead in another endeavor, we'll continue to be in the same tribe. I'm happy for him, and I also pray that one day my glorious exit from UBA will just be like that of Sam. Thank you very much.
My name is Mike Iloba. I'm the head of policy and control and major internal control and operations risk. And I've known Sam for a very long time, very, very long time. I think if I really want to talk about Sam, the first thing I want to say in Sam is the passion that he has for this job, the passion he has for this job. And secondly, his candid nature, very candid. Even at the risk of doing sanction, he will say what he wants to say, and I think that is important. And he has added value to the institution. There's no doubt about that. I mean, for even management to, it wasn't easy to actually replace him. It shows the value he has added, and given the massive nature of our institution, the complexity of our transaction, putting Nigeria and Africa in New York and the rest of the world, I think. IT risk is a major part of our business, and for us to have actually not suffered as much losses as well, even in very international institutions, I mean, that is a credit to him. That's a credit to his achievement and accomplishment. And we'll miss him. And I wish him well. And we are also hoping that midway he's rested, we may have a retail, we can have a cost to come back. I will consider this as home, and I think it's important. So I wish him well, and we're going to miss him actually. I mean, and that I want to also say, very, very important, if I forget that, over and above that is that he fears God and he knows God. I think that's the most important thing in life. The most important thing in life, and he has a passion for God, and has to make out time to do things for him. Given the massive nature of his job and the responsibilities and the pressure that come with it, to look at that time, it's not easy. And he shows that he loves him, he loves God. I want to do something for him, because he takes a lot to have that kind of responsibility, the pressure, and still have time to do things onside that to promote the kingdom. So for that, I commend him. I think it's worth emulating. It's worth emulating. So Sam, thank you. And
good evening. I'm Joel Owade, Group Head Credit Risk Management. I've known Sam for several years now. I think I've known him for almost 10 years that we have worked together as colleagues. I know Sam as somebody who is very committed to his job, very, very deep, with very strong analytical mind. One thing that is remarkable about him when we work together is his passion about the job. You can see the passion in his presentation, you can see the passion with the way he voices his opinions on issues without fear or equivocation. He is somebody that talks without fear. He is somebody that makes his opinion known very forthrightly, even when others may not share that opinion. So he's somebody that never fears or never shy away from hearing his opinion, particularly when it comes to issues of the job, when it comes to the issues of professionalism. And I also know Sam, and this also comes out regularly when he talks or when he makes his presentation, is the way he also cares about his staff, about their welfare, about their progress, about their being given what they are naturally entitled to. So he's somebody that I've never seen him pass buck. He takes responsibility, even though he's not the kind of leader that when issues come, he will say, no, it is done by my team. he will take full responsibility for all issues and always defend the staff and always fight for issues of their welfare. And he's somebody that also deliver his job or perform despite the constraints. At times the constraint may be technology, at times the constraint may be having the required resources in terms of staffing, but he still gets the job done. And it's to his credit and his commitment that for several years where he's the chief information officer of the bank, we never suffer any major serious hits despite several attempts. And by the time when he presents the report and I see the kind of figures of the level of fraud that his team has been able to forestall, prevent, I think the figures looks quite impressive. And I say, this man is actually doing a lot of job. So in summary, I'm quite excited to have worked with him. I'm quite excited to have known him. I feel happy that and about the relationship we share at a professional level as colleagues in the bank. And I cannot but wish him the best of luck in all his future endeavors. One thing that will take away from me, and I will never forget in a hurry, is the level of passion, the level of commitment he has brought to the job. Thank you so much.
My name is Franklin Berry. I'm the Chief Compliance Officer for UBA PLC. I live and work out of Lagos, Nigeria. I have known Sam for the last 4 years, 4.5 years that I've worked with UBA, and I know him to be a very pragmatic, straightforward, honest professional. Alright, he is one of the leading lights when it comes to cyber information security in the Nigerian market, and he has led a lot of initiatives, working with the regulators and his colleagues to safeguard the soundness of the banking system in Nigeria. And we would deeply miss him, especially his honesty and his forthrightness in making sure that the truth is told. And I know that wherever he goes to, he would make a success out of it. And I say best of luck and wish him all that he wishes himself in his new endeavors.
My name is Sanusi Mudashiru. Sam, I want to talk a bit about Sam. Great guy. I work with him all the way from Standard Trust Bank into UBA. Great experience, very passionate. In fact, I call him Prof. Why? Because of his depth of knowledge and the passion with which he pursues his dreams. Great guy. UBA will miss him, and I wish Sam the best of luck.
My name is Boya Sadiq. I head the internal audit function, and I've worked with Sam Okenye since I came into this role about 5 years ago, and I would say it's been by and large a symbiotic and it's been a symbiotic relationship. Of course, we've had our differences, but we both know that it's to the betterment of the organization, and I believe that he understands that as well. So he's a great guy. He's quite erudite. In fact, he's referred to as a professor, and just brought about professionalism to be on the job. So as a leaves, I can only wish him the best of luck in his future endeavors. Thank you.
My name is Salero Lawrence Gang, Group Head IT and Digital Banking Audit. I'd like to mention knowing Uncle Sam has been a pleasure. I've worked with Uncle Sam for years, and he's somebody you'd always want to work with. Very articulate, thorough, hardworking, and you would always want to work with him again. He doesn't let go of the minute details. Now the layman, sir, it's always emotional when somebody is going, but the good thing is it's a small industry and we still see, and it's always a pleasure, and we'll still see and always be in touch. But thank you very much, sir. It was nice knowing you. Thank you.
My name is Ahmad Josiah. I work in UBA. I'm here to talk about, to say all I know about Sam Okenye. Having spent a good number of years in the bank team. I know Sam. He's a very good guy, very passionate. I can recall when he implemented Token in the bank. I saw how passionate he was, the way he made sure that the application was implemented in the bank. He thought back and forth. In fact, we weathered the storm together. As far as IT security is concerned, I give it to him. He's very strong, very passionate, and I know that he implemented SOC in the bank. And UBA was one of the first banks that, in fact, the first bank that implemented in the industry. I saw how he worked relentlessly to make sure that it come alive and it is correctly being used. And references have always been made about it, because in fact regulators, even from African countries, they come to visit the SOC, which he implemented. It's running live, very effective. As far as IT fraud is concerned, Sam is very strong in ensuring that all protocols, all guidelines, all controls are put in place to frustrate and minimize fraud. He did it well. Now we are in a digital age. I still believe that he is hugely needed in our activities, because what is happening in the cyberspace is very high. I can't recall, in fact I will accredit this word to him, fraudsters harvesting. I know he used it. I know he introduced it most of the time in all his presentation. Fraudsters are there to harvest, to mine data that they will use in committing fraud. He is the one that always talk about phishing. In fact, so I know we always make fun about it. Phishing and all the rest, all those terminologies, he is good in that. He has done well, having spent such a long number of days and years in the bank. He's no doubt that he's not his strength. He's a very loyal staff, very passionate guy, very resilient, and I know wherever he goes that God will put him through. In fact, his ability to combine his daily activities with extracurricular, I know that he has released his first album. I listened to it. It had a touch of class. His ability to combine it with his daily routine in the office, I give it to him. He's a strong guy. Wherever you go, I pray that God will lead you. That due diligence that you always do, that care you always exercise in handling the activities of the bank, don't let it go from you. Keep doing it. Keep implementing it. That way you walk around the clock. Adopt it in your private life. It will aid you. You will go, in fact, presently this is a digital age. So no doubt that your services will always be needed. If not by this bank, by other banks. But my advice to you, which I will say is a parting gift, don't burn the bridge. Don't burn the bridge. Because this war is just, is a closed industry. The bank will always need your services. You will only need the services of the bank. Because people you meet here, they are the people that will form the bedrock of your engagement subsequently outside the world. So maintain that cordial relationship. Anytime the bank calls you, be available to answer. Be available to answer. Let your word be prayerful and godly.
My name is Felix Onopasa. I joined UBA some years ago. I was in operations. Then I had this desire to do IT risk management. So I approached Sam and he gave me a chance to join him. So I have been with him for 6 years now, where I work in the security risk assessment team. He's a good motivator. As far as Sam is concerned, you don't tell him story, he will push you, he will drive you. He understands the big picture. He's result oriented. He always wants to achieve results. While working with him, I noticed that he has some other skills. I have never seen anybody that is able to dance and sing as well as Sam. He does this thing naturally without much effort. It's a talent that he has. And I believe he will be able to use these talents to benefit humanity.
My name is Chukwudi Ezekosili. I joined the bank on the 15th of January 2020. The Bank for Africa, and I started working with Sam as the Chief Information Security Officer of the bank. It's been such an amazing experience working with Sam. I think that one of the things that I would consider very, very critical to the successes that we had, at least for the short time that I've been here working with Sam, is his ability to speak truth to power and to drive very difficult conversations in the direction that would enable us to do our work better. And it's been such a good experience. He's such a good boss. An open door policy means that if there's something that needs to be done, the focus is always on productivity and driving the best outcomes for the bank. And it's been such an amazing experience. I wouldn't trade it for anything else.
It's Raul Uzo. I've worked with Sam Okenye for 9 years now, and he's a wonderful man. He's a man I've not met before. He's behind the spirit of getting things done, things that look impossible. He has that spirit to get it done. It's something that I've never seen somewhere, and I took that from him. We've met a lot of challenges, but in those days we were able to overcome by the grace of God. Things that seems impossible, we make it to happen. In the space of cyber security, I think we're first in the industry to get into that space with all the outline, track of record, which CB also adopted, and that's a mark in the industry. And today I'm not regretting that I work with him. I'm still hoping to meet, to work with him more as we progress in our career. Thank you very much.
My name is Nyore Adeni. I've worked with Sam Okenye for 7 years now, and I can say I've learned a lot working with him, both in terms of improving myself and even learning leadership roles from him. He's a good mentor. I mean, when you work with him, you know that you have to improve on yourself, improve on your career. He talks to you like a father that gives you ideas that will make you to progress in your career. Apart from being a mentor in terms of career-wise, he's also a father when it comes to personal relationship. To me, he's been very, very, very good. He's been like a father to me. He advises me in almost every situation I had. And he comes in, once you have a personal problem, you take it to him. He comes in and makes sure, he tries to, provide a solution. To me, he's been very, very good. I see him more like a father rather than just a working relationship. It's someone you can confide in, and he will take your problem and help you to solve it. He's a nice person to work with, and I'm sure we'll miss him as he leaves.
My name is Olanike Olaniyo. I'm a staff of UBA. I work in the Security Operations Center, also called IT Risk of UBA. I've been with the bank for close to 8 years now.
My name is Festus Sujibo. I'm a member of Security Risk Assessment of IT Risk Management in UBA. I've been in UBA for 8 years now in risk assessment, and my boss happens to be Sam Okenye, who is the CISO. Yes, working in IT risk department has been good because it's actually is a unit where your work is vast. It's something that you have to be on your tool every time. You have to research to be kept abreast of what is happening, so that these malicious actors these bad guys will not throw you out. Well, working with the CISO has been good, especially because he has to push you. He's always pushing you to to do the work. It's how do I put it now? If you encounter him, you will know that you don't have to slack. The job has to be done, and done very well, because he's going to look at it and ask you so many questions. So before you come to meet him, you should be prepared, be ready, that you've actually done your bit and be ready to answer questions. It's been nice. Yes, it came as a surprise that he'll be going, the way he announced it. It was a little surprising, because I never expected it anyway. So that afternoon that they called us for a meeting, I thought it was a job, they gave to us, and they've reported us, looking at, coming from this perspective of customer first. I said, wow, when they called me, I said, what is that job again? Have they reported us? But behold, when I logged on, he started telling us that we'll be going. Yeah, we'll miss him, because we've been together as a family, no matter what. It's like, even if he's still around, you still be in touch, but coming here every day is like, when your child is going, or your father is leaving, for another station, or your child is going to school. Yeah, he's alive, he's going somewhere that you still reach him, but you still miss him each time you open the door, to see that the house is quiet, because he's upset. So, sure, we miss him.
My name is Felix Goma. I head the enterprise security management team in UBA. I've been working with UBA for close to about, that would be 16 years now, and I worked within these 16 years that I've worked in UBA. I've spent 3 years working under Sam's supervision, and I want to say Sam, the 3 years that I've worked with him, I've actually had the opportunity of working with the most fantastic person. He's one thing that I appreciate so much about him is his energy and drive in getting what needs to be done. And I would say Sam is a go-getter. Sam is someone that if he believes in something and is passionate about that thing, he will stop at nothing to get it done. And he was very supportive all the while that I worked with him. Whenever there are issues, Sam is the kind of person that will step in and ensure that whatever challenges or roadblocks that are there, he clears it for you and you're able to achieve and deliver. He's also into entertainment. He knows how to sing, and that's one thing that amazes me about him, because when you look at the job he does as a CISO of a big institution like this, and he's still able to find his passion and follow his passion and keep it alive. It's really awesome. I'm going to miss him as a boss, as a friend, and I just wish that I still get the opportunity to still get to meet with him from time to time, because he's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to security and the direction and guidance and everything that is provided while I work with him is something that I will definitely miss. Thank you.
Hassan, I have known Sam for almost 2 decades. We've been colleagues in UBA, right from Standard Trust Bank. As far as I know, he's one of the best CISOs in the industry. It's great that he's been able to take the CISO unit of this bank up to this level, and now that he's leaving the bank, I want to wish him all the best in his new endeavors. Great Sam, wish you all the best.
My name is Emmanuel Amulende. I work with IT Risk. I have worked with my boss, Sam Okenye. He is, no doubt, a go-getter. His experience have worked positively on me. In fact, ever since working with Sam Okenye, I have learned a lot of things. from now onwards, as he's leaving us, even if it is very difficult to come to believe, I wish him all the very, very best. Thank you.
My name is Jacob Emarike. I'm with E-Channels Monitoring. I've been with the bank since 2019, February precisely. My work experience with, I call it Sam, is a detailed man, is diligent, he's hard, he's always around, so he's available to attend to all needs. And what I actually love about him is his fatherly, he's accommodating. Yeah, whenever you have any issue, no matter how trivial it is, once you go to him, he's ready to answer. And one thing he does, he goes the extra mile to make sure his, let me use the word subordinates, are actually comfortable. In fact, once you see us in the garden, you know he's our oga, because he's in the other act as a family. Thank you so much, sincerely speaking, I would really, really miss you. Thank you so much, God bless, and thank you.
My name is Kennedy Alegbe. I've joined the bank since 2006. I work in operations control and eventually moved to IT risk in September 2019. And I must say that the experience I have with abroad, the system, is an amazing one. It develops us well, train us, give us that knowledge that we need to grow in the future. Not only here, even after the bank. And we are happy working with him. He's somebody that whoever wishes to work with any time, any day. And may God bless him wherever he's going. And we that he left behind, he has given us an impact that will create that impression in us that will make people believe in every deliverable that we do in UBE as a group. Thank you, sir.
My name is Donako Samuel. I've been working with the bank for the past 13 years and I joined IT in 2013. That's almost 12 years ago. And my experience with the department has been wonderful. All courtesy of my boss, Sam Okenye, who has been a wonderful boss to us. He made me to understand more about IT risk, most especially cybersecurity. I've been able to read wide because he likes someone that reads a lot. And if you read a lot and you add value to what you are doing, he will make sure that he puts trust in that person. So these are the attributes I saw in him and which I also put in myself to also carry along with my daily functions. And it's so pathetic that my boss will be leaving us, but I think I've learned so many things from him and I wish him all the best and the Almighty God continue to be with him wherever he's going. I wish him all the best and the sky is not the limit. He's going places in Jesus' name. Thank you so much.
My name is Idebo Akuru and I've been with UBA since August 2018. Okay, I've been in IT risk team since February 2020 actually. I worked with Mr. Samoke for a while. He's a nice man, very nice, he dresses very well. And he's very friendly, he doesn't have stress, he doesn't bother us much. So I good to him. Nice to have you, sir. Have a nice life thereafter.
My name is Okenye. I've been with UBA for 1 year, 3 months right now. I've been working with security monitoring team under Mr. Sam Okenye. It's been a very lovely time. He's been very inspirational, both in his in-work aspect and his outward aspect as well. So it's very nice hearing that he had such a diverse culture or practice, with him also being head of cybersecurity and also being a singer. So it was very, very inspirational seeing someone who was good career-wise but also following his passion. So I learned a lot of things from him, but I've worked to be very, very diligent and always keep learning. It's been a beautiful time working with him and I wish him success in everything he wants to do and very, very happy with him.
I've been working with UBA for 5 years, but I've been working with Sam Okenye for 1 year plus, and it has been so good, so great, and just taught us so many things about SIM, about security, cybersecurity and all. I just thank God for his life and for all things he has done for each and every one of us. And I say good luck for in anything you do and anywhere you're going to right now. Thank you.
My name is Daisy Somadina. I work with IT Weeks. I came here 2 years ago from GT, from banking school. And Sam has been my boss for that same 2 years. He's a boss that you must deliver, and he's always nice. You could talk to him and he gives you a lot of advice and always telling us to satisfy ourselves.
Hello, my name is Okenye. Wow, we are very successful. I've been in the bank for 13 years. Most of my life I've been in operations. So I recently joined activities just over a year. What can I say about ESO? I've known him even when I was in operations. He's a humble person. I've never seen a senior management staff. I'll just come for a transaction, be on the queue, wait for his turn, allow the customer to do the transaction before coming forward. That's how humble he is. So I've known him to be a humble person, a straightforward person, very diligent person, even before I joined activities. Everyone that joined activities, I wasn't surprised. I even received a superb welcome. He was even able to tie a name to me. I know you, we are downstairs, we are the cash answer. I said yes, no problem. He said, welcome to the team. When you start the economics, it doesn't matter. We train you, we give you all the things you need to be able to. What can I say? Sir, or I say ESO, how would I say it? I'm excited for you. That I is using the system to do something more, something better. I know the job is very demanding and it's stressful at times. I don't envy you, but I'm just happy for you. What can I say about you, sir? You are fantastic. You lead by example. And you know how to say, yes is yes and no is no. No matter who you are. I respect you for your honesty, I respect you for your honest approach to issues without favoritism or what have you. I'm delighted to work with you. We want to see in this department. Thank you so much.
My name is Laura Okenye, and I feel quite honored and privileged to have worked with my outgoing supervisor, Sam Okenye. I've had a couple of encounters with him, and I can assure you that he was one supervisor I enjoyed, working with. I recall a couple of times when I had to come to him for advice, and he was very quick and prompt with his feedback, and I was very impressed. I'm happy today that he's giving the bank to start up something for himself. There was one parting thing he said the day. One thing he said that really got me. That he wants to go start up something when he still has life in him, when he can be able to start up something. It gave me something to think about, like, okay, it's good to start up your own career when you can still find energy to do it, not when you're retired and almost wasted. So I'm happy for him really that this idea, to start up something in the musical career. I've listened to his song, I'm like, wow. So someone with this IT tech background can, sing well and do other things like my supervisor has done. I'm really happy to have worked with him over the years, and I wish him well in anything he decides to do, and I'm happy that both of us were able to get to this stage where we can reach each other forward. Thank you very much.
My name is Olufulayo Abiwu. A team member of user access management and security remediation. I've worked with the bank for over 12 years now, and it's been a very good opportunity to have worked with Sam Okenye. Sam Okenye is a very energetic, a very proactive leader. I'm so happy to have worked with him. I've worked with him for going to 5 years now, and I know him to be the CISO for the bank UBA PLC, and he's a very good man. He's an energetic man. Whenever I remember when I wanted to do my wedding, I came over to him and I got to know that he's a very nice person. He's someone that is reliable, he's someone you can talk to, he's a good leader, he's a good mentor. We also had an opportunity to go for his music program, I think at VI, and I was like, wow, so my supervisor can be this energetic. He's good in all areas, in IT, music, and I'm opportune to be one of the people who is going to also wish him well, to say he's a good man, that he's a good leader. And my prayers for you today, Sam Okenye, is that the Lord will go with you, he will be with you, be your guide, and in your new area of specialization, God will also be with you, and your music career also, that God will also be with you. I wish you well, and I'm lot of words, because I know that God that started with you will continually be with you. I wish you well. God bless you.
My name is Agatha Odiase. I work with UBA. I've been in UBA for 12 years. And though I started from the branch before coming to head office, moving to head office, I was opportune to be, under the leadership of, a great boss by name Sam Okenye. He's an amazing person. He's bold. He's smart. He's intelligent. At times when you see him from afar, you think, because of his size, you don't know that his size doesn't matter. He's a great man. When I resumed from mat leave, I just put to bed, I just resumed, and I was told that he's leaving the system. I was like, wow, that means this great organization is going to, lose such a hand, but I thank God because it's a voluntary thing, not that it was sacked or something, so it's a good thing to move forward. Life, they say, is a phase, so it's another phase, and I will also want to say that I'm going to miss him, because of, he's intelligent, doing training, he's outspoken, he's enlightening, on the job. Is amazing. I still don't know if the replacement is still going to be same as Sam Okenye, but we all hope for the best. And as he go out there, I wish him all the best. I'm going to miss him. He's a great boss. In fact, generally, he's a good boss. Thank you very much.
My name is Christian Okenye. I've been in the bank for the past 13 years. Around 13 years, I've been working with under the leadership of Sam Okenye for the past 7 years. Sam Okenye is a man like you that always delivers. His boldness is second to none. Very smart. In 7 years that I've been with Sam Okenye, I've gotten permission to the time when he has really finished it, just for them to pronounce it. Is that not amazing? It is, because this man has delivered. Where I heard about his going, I felt sad, because I know, because I don't think there's any other person that can replace him, deliver the way he did. And I know that wherever he's going to do exploits, because this is such a wonderful person, somebody that is hard to get. We are losing a virtue, power, somebody that's important to us. The way we're standing, I know he's a man that has vision. He knows where he's going. I know where he's pursuing. I'm not disappointed at all, because I know he has something he's pursuing. I'm going to get it. But my prayer is that heaven will always remember him for good, because he has benefited my life. Thank you.
My name is Omolaja Shorunke, and today I'm the head IT risk and control of UBA Africa, and also the deputy to the chief information security officer of UBA, Sam Okenye. And today I can say I've worked in this bank for 26 years, and also 6 years with Sam Okenye. And to the best of my knowledge, I've been working with one of the best managers in this world. Why? Because Sam is a teacher. Sam is also a manager of people. And Sam knows how to impact on our lives, even with all the tension in the bank. Today, I'm celebrating this time with Sam because his truthfulness, his humility, and also his leadership style is worthy of emulation. Like I said, I've never seen someone that's so transparent, that says it the way it is, and also very dogged, and a fighter in order for us to achieve our goal in protecting the bank. Today, without Sam, SOC would not have been in existence in the industry of UBA, especially the banking industry. He was the first to marshal that dream and allow UBA to come up with the best SOC in the industry since over 11 years ago. And now CBN has approved and made it a mandate for all the other banks to implement and also establish SOC in their organization. So Sam is worthy to celebrate, and I believe the sky is his limit as he's going into the world to start his own personal career. I wish him well, and I believe his family too. The sky is the limit. May God bless him and bless his family.
My name is Ramon Nasir. I'm the group head media and external relations for UBA, and Okenye is a very wonderful man being. I've known him for 15 good years, just like 15 days, and he's been excellent. We've traveled together. Extremely intelligent person, and I hope and I know we will do so many things together. It's just a certain time. I wish him a very wonderful post-UBA life. I know he will succeed. Well done.
Super Sam, when you come from distance, you will think that we are namesake. I know your own may be somewhere, mine is Samson, but if your own happens to be Samson, fine, that means we are really namesake. Anyway, you know that you are the first UBA staff that I know in the real sense. Why? Because I have known you, we have been attending the same meetings where subcommittee of bankers for many years. You have been coming to represent UBA, so you are actually the first UBA staff that I know. So eventually when Destiny moved me to UBA to work here, I was excited that I have seen someone I have interacted and worked in different capacity and committees with. So it was like, you are one of those that I would say made me feel, oh, this could be a home for me and something like that. So when I eventually came here, and by nature of the first role I drove here, we now happen to have some interactions. My job role and your job role have something to do together always. Then it gave us opportunity to know ourselves a lot more better, a lot better, and then to work together and to have common goals and to actually deliver some great things even when they look impossible. It has been a pleasure working with you. I know you are a very hard guy. You know what you want and you are very sound. And one of the things I enjoyed in your role when I was seeing you from outside in those committees, the power, the energy that follows your presentation. I always admire that. I like the energy I see when you want to present something. You present it with conviction that is very, very infectious, that the other person must bow to what you are selling, whatever you are selling. So it's painful when I heard that you're good, because I didn't intend to work with the people you know and you have just gotten to know better just that short time. I'm not even up to 2 years here. Now you're going, So it's painful, but when you say to a great man like you, because I know that it must be something you would have thought through. The good thing is that it's not like your organization is the one asking you to go, is your own decision. which means you have thought through it, weighed everything on a scale, and I know you have the maturity to know that there are also a lot of risk out there. So to leave the known for the unknown, you must have weighed it on a scale. So all we can say is, may God bless your dream. Whatever that gave you that courage to take that decision, may you not be disappointed. May you have the unction to function in whatever new role or career you want to pursue. That's what we can say, because I know that you are real quality. Don't go and change your number. I've seen some people, when they leave, they change their number because they feel everybody in formal organization knows the number. You just want to now begin to choose your friends. Make sure that number that we know is working and working always. Let it still be your number one number. You can have alternative number, but make it number one number, because we'll be calling you. And where we get challenged also in their previous role, we still call you also, because once you're a lion, you are a lion. We'll still call you to seek clarifications where they be, So, best of luck. Thanks.
My name is Bayo Odeyale, a colleague of Sam Okenye. We joined UBA. No, I met him in UBA really, and since then we've been friends. What do I know about Sam? I know Sam is a professional to the core. He knows his job, he knows his onion, and he takes no nonsense. That I can talk about. I can say emphatically that when Sam feels it's right, he goes all the way to defend his position. Now, in terms of his job, he leaves nothing to chance, but that's not to say things cannot go wrong. But when things go wrong, he moves in quickly to get things addressed. And to date, I have no hesitation saying he's a professional of repute, and I will surely, anytime, any day, recommend him to whoever requires his services. Thank you.
My name is Abel Fadebi. I think I've known Sam Okenye for over 2 decades. We started together when we were Standard Trust Bank before he came back again at UBA. I have known him as somebody who is very detailed, somebody who knows his job, somebody who does his job very well without any complaints for the authorities. So hearing that he's leaving is a tough one, but we thank God that he has ended his job very well with UBA. We thank God. Thank you.
I'm David Alaka, charge of operational risk in UBA. I've known Ogasa, I'll call him Ogasa because I can't call him by his first name just like that. I've known Ogasa for over 20 years, starting back from Standard Trust Bank. We were in audit division together, and I've been headed by Newton in our home. I was far back then, 1999. And Augustine has been a huge inspiration to me, and I'll tell you why. He challenged me up to the point that I took my CISA exam far back in 2004 because of him. And the passion in him is infectious, to be honest. And he has been my mentor, though I've never mentioned this to him, but he's my mentor. I like the way he pushed across his points. He's passionate about them. Even when he fights for his staff, I tell others, I say, man, the meeting was hard today because the way Augusta was talking about it. And so I strongly believe in whatever he lays his hand on, that God will prosper him in them, because he has been a dynamic person. He developed himself personally without anybody pushing him ahead. He's always ahead of the game, preparing UBA in the digital space. He spends his own personal money for trainings abroad. In a lot of things he does that challenges me. And I only just wish him the best. And that he's leaving us. I would personally miss him, but I know it's a phone call away. He's shared some dynamic stories with me about his life, about his children, about his family, which remain very valuable to me. And I want to say thank you, Oga Sam, for all you've done indirectly that you don't know, that has positively impacted me and improved my life and that of my family.
I wish you all the best. Whatever you lay your hands on will prosper in them. God will make you live long and eat the fruit of your labor.
My name is Sucessful. I actually work with Sam, and I think almost 8 years. I think I worked with him for close to 8 years. Sam is, I almost call him a go-getter. I know what he is. He sets his mind on something and go about after it and gets it done. He's someone I know is a good teacher, and he's a good driver and a good leader. For me, I think Sam is a person, every person's boss kind of what. And he's just someone you want to work with at all time. He has this way of carrying everybody along, and at the same time teaching you and holding you so that you can navigate the path and course of the work. He doesn't give you assignment and leave you alone. No, he gives you assignment and guides you and provides you that leadership you need to get the result done. So it's somebody I always want to work with again and again and again if the opportunity comes my way. He's a leader that carries his followers along at all times. He doesn't discriminate. He doesn't have this kind of big barrier that you want to come and talk to the leader. He also an open door, gives you the opportunity to speak to him, tell him what you feel, and then makes a contribution to the work. In fact, the best way to get a kick is a good team lead, and he carries the team. The Bible has a way of saying that someone is a good shepherd. It's just a shepherd that takes away the head to the water, the still water, and be sure that you are there at all time and provides you everything you need to get the job done. No matter how difficult the job may be, Sam will always provide a cover, will always provide the backing, will always provide that leadership, and also exposes his team members. He doesn't want to spoon-feed you, just get the job done. So you can't work with us Sam without getting exposed. You need to see things from the perspective of being a man of your own, and that's what any follower will expect from the leader of today, so that he can believe that wherever you go, even whether he's there or not, you can also say you're an ambassador of this person. And that is where I look at him. He's always a good leader at all times.
It's Emeka Okere. I've worked with Sam as far back as STB. I remember I knew when he left STB then and went to, I think, Equatorial Trust Bank. And I remember when he was leaving, there was this long note he wrote about his contributions to the bank then that we are using to calculate his terminal benefit, and was requesting for some grants based on what he saved the bank. I think after he left, I remember one of our friends in those days that went to the seminary with me that he brought to work with us in the bank. Ugochukwu, I think it's Ugochukwu, that eventually left for the UK. And I was like, Sam, how are you going to do it? He said they will bring up another person. And eventually he came back to the bank, and Sam has been a good friend. Apart from being a friend in the office, we also live in the same estate. I think I met him once when he used to be a member of the Deeper Life through my auntie. And I remember one event he invited me to attend. Sam has been a very good friend, and very recently he has something he set up in our street, and I'm sure we'll be meeting there. I believe his pattern is not anything, how would I put it? I would say we miss him, but I'm sure God has something better for him there. I'm sure his music is something he has to hold on to. I saw something on Facebook recently about his new, what's the name of that new music? I can't remember the name again. You know the Lack. And I remember the lie. I also remember we were there with him at the Museum Center when they launched the other music. Sam has great talent. He's a gifted person, and I know God will take him higher. Thank you.
A good story that I'm going to tell. I've worked with Sam for how long now? STP, UBA, for a long time. I think it started out in IT before IT security now became a department on its own. Working with Sam has been an experience. A consummate professional. Sam works with a lot of passion. The passion vibrates within him. And again, you can't take away the knowledge of his area in terms of IT security. It deepened a lot of things that we are able to achieve here in UBA was to his glory. Despite all the setbacks, people leaving, lack of tools, we will continue to keep UBA safe and sound. So Sam, very well done. It's with a heavy heart that we are parting ways on the job, but I'm sure we'll continue to keep in touch. It's quite an experience because again, anytime you engage someone and say this is the problem, say these are the solutions, let's just go in that direction, and we go with passion and we get it done, we solve the issues. And that has helped us a great deal. When Sam is right and he knows it's right, he sticks to it and just delivers. And so working with Sam, I've learned a lot. I've learned quite a lot. Typically you want to accept what is coming, but sometimes you have to stand your ground because as a professional this is what it takes to get things done. So well done, Sam, and we wish you well as you move on to other lines of business and other endeavors as well. I know you're passionate about music. I saw you sing at one of your shows, and one of the launch of your album. I was really impressed. I went home that day and asked myself and my wife and said, what is it that I have as my second passion? And I started to think deeply about that as well, because that's also important and it helps to give balance. So this is not goodbye, it's an extension of the family, as we say it. We can always keep in touch, and don't forget us back here in UBA. Thank you.
I've known Sam for close to 15 years now. Initially, he was in UBA IT before he moved to IT Risk. I know Sam as a very passionate person. He is always positive, and if you look at his area, it has to do with all this fraud, IT risk, managing the risk for the bank. In between managing risk and ensuring that people align with the security best practices, he didn't lose it himself in the course of doing the job. He's so passionate that when things come up, the way Sam will shout, and you see the energy, putting in everything to ensure that the bank security is not breached. Sam, as you go, I wish you all the best. You've left a good legacy for us, the junior ones coming on board. We have a lot to learn from you, and I think in the course of my interaction with you, I've learned a lot, and I will continue to improve on that. I wish you all the best in your endeavor, your next endeavor, and I pray that as you go, God will continue to grant you good health, and we meet you at the very point of your need. Thank you so much.